Welcome back to 5 Minute Marketing, where we discuss a topic, tactic, or trend in just 5 minutes so you can optimize your marketing strategy on the go. Today, we're talking about what so many people get wrong about selling on social. But first, before we dive into today's episode, let's be sure to connect on Instagram and TikTok. You can find me at livelikeMad.co. You might have had this situation where you've had the realization like, oh, I have to sell on social media. But you don't want to feel like a gross salesman. And you also have an awareness that as a user, you don't want to follow accounts that are constantly pushing a product or service or just trying to get you to spend money on their things. But what if there was a way for you to showcase your offerings without burning out your audience? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm really going to go into kind of the difference between hard selling, what a lot of people kind of just assume is selling on social media, and soft selling, something that hopefully by the end of this episode, you'll be interested to incorporate into your strategy. So right now, I guarantee you, if I said, what does it mean to sell on social? You would probably say like, oh, I'm gonna use language like, click the link in my bio or DM me to work together, or I'm gonna go to my Instagram story and post a link sticker to have them check out a product. So all of those things that I described are hard selling, which is when you directly communicate your offer, your product, service, and more often than not, it's exactly what we think of when we have that moment of, oh my gosh, either the sales team or the owner says we need to make sales on Instagram, we've got a hard sell, let's pull out that language. And I want to be super clear that there is a time and a place for hard selling. Hard selling works and is necessary during a launch period, during a time-specific offer. So if you're running a discount for a set period of time, yes, you need to use hard selling language to make it clear that the offer is only available for that set amount of time. However, what a lot of businesses get wrong is they just use hard selling language 24/7, and then they wonder why their audience is burnt out. So you're listening and you're like, okay, I get it, Maddie. I can't be hard selling 24/7, but what is the other option? And that is where soft selling comes in. Soft selling takes more of a subtle approach. So instead of directly telling you everything about our products, services, or offers, we're going to more subtly show you through our content. How my brain likes to think about it, and you might enjoy this comparison too, is hard selling is telling and soft selling is showing. The thing that I think really works with soft selling is that it just has a much more genuine and empathetic approach to talking about your products, its benefits, etc. So I want to give an example of what this could look like for content as you approach your strategy. Let's say you're a daily probiotic. So you're creating content for TikTok or Instagram, whatever it is. In a hard selling piece of content, you might directly talk about benefits of it. So like, what is a healthy gut? Why does this probiotic make sense? What are its benefits? That sort of thing. For a soft selling piece of content, it might be a day in the life of the founder, and the only mention of that product is that the founder is like, oh, time for my daily morning routine. Like, this is the ritual. I drink this glass of water. I take my daily probiotic and blah, 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 moving on into the next part of the video. So they barely touch on it. But it establishes that this thought leader in the space, probably someone who's interested in gut health or maybe like has a degree in that industry, whatever, they use this product. So it's building a little bit of trust. You're putting a name behind it. And I'm just seeing it incorporated into a lifestyle. So it leaves a little bit of the connecting of the dots to the viewer. As the viewer, I have to be like, that's kind of cool. Like a daily probiotic. I've never considered taking one. Let me look it up, or that kind of thing. So that is a very quick example of hard selling versus soft selling. I could probably make 4 more episodes on this topic. I can definitely hop onto my socials and kind of go into a bit more detail or give examples. So if that's something you're interested in, send me a DM. I will totally do it. But I do want to close out this episode with one thing to keep in mind, and that the key with selling on social is you really do need a balance of both. Because yes, people need to know what direct action to take. They need to be told what to do, but you don't want to burn them out. So figuring out What is a healthy balance when it comes to your launch schedule, your product releases, etc.? And how can you really play between the two when it comes to your strategy? If you enjoyed this topic and want to hear more about different marketing takes or anything like that, be sure to join my newsletter, On Your Radar. It goes out every single Monday morning. I have a bunch of different marketing tips, trends, so be sure to check out the show notes or description for the link to that. And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next week.